Hello guys, welcome back to Arch's Vlog. This is episode 2. Welcome back to Arch's Vlog, and this is episode 2. Okay, so in this episode I was thinking we can talk about so let's chat a bit. Today's topic will be something that I frequently asked before. Is it better to be an entrepreneur or be a professional? So this question oftenly asked from someone who just graduated from university atau mungkin lagi kerja di perusahaan dan pengen mencoba untuk jadi pengusaha. Let me start by saying being an entrepreneur is not something that is for everyone. It's not for the faint of heart. Reason being is because, number one, it has so much risk in it. The risk of financial, the risk of time, of course, and other opportunity costs. And of course, it comes with a huge reward as well. Jadi downside-nya very big, tapi upside-nya juga very big. You can almost say that being an entrepreneur, the sky is the limit fully. Karena what determines how much you can make is of course the success of the company. Whereas if you're a professional, of course the risk is minimized because it's not your company, it's someone else's company, you're just working for that company. But the reward is also limited, right? So as much as that company makes, you're just an employee. Yes, you get bonuses. Yes, you get your promotion and whatnot, but if you're not owner or part owner of that company, you're not gonna enjoy the dividend from the profit that you're getting. So that's number one, risk and reward. Second is stability. Now, this is something you need to ask yourself also. Are you someone who is looking for something more stable? Mungkin karena faktor kondisi keluarga, for example, let's say you have newborn child, or you just prefer to operate in a more stable condition. Now, being an entrepreneur, of course, stability is not something that we come across often, so you can almost forget about it until it reaches certain maturity of the company. On the other hand, being a professional, you can almost say that it's very stable unless that company faces, some force majeure, for example, bankruptcy or unforeseen economic conditions, or mungkin kayak kasus yang kemarin lagi rame, PT Yihon ya, yang karyawannya pada demo, akhirnya PT jadi tutup. It's so serious. So risk, reward, stability. Fourth that I can truly say is about freedom. Now, being an entrepreneur, it comes with a lot of freedom, of course. You manage your own time. Personally, I think you can actually have more work-life balance being an entrepreneur than working as a professional. Now, I know a lot of you may not agree to this statement, but that is my personal experience. Because I manage my own time, I can carve out free times whenever it suits me best. So let's say, for example, I want to meet someone between the hour of 12 to 2 p.m., catch up with old friends or whatnot. I can do that. But like, if you're a professional, that 12 to 2, it might be an important hour for your company because there are meetings or deadlines or whatnot. And for me personally, I don't mind sacrificing my night, for example. So instead of having to, say, put my meetings between 1 and 2 p.m., I'll just shift it to nighttime, let's say between 8 to 9 p.m., which I don't mind. Now, that being said, not a lot of people are willing to work after quote-unquote office hour, right? And that's fine, it's not for everyone. And even in my case, I often work throughout the weekends or even during holidays. I bring my laptop around. So that's fourth. Fifth is about legacy, I think. This is how I feel about being an entrepreneur. So as an entrepreneur, you actually build something that is yours. It's like your baby. You conceive it, you help it grow, and well, in my case, you eventually hand it over to someone bigger, someone who's better at managing it for the future. So that's what happened with my company. I see it as, okay, I've done enough, and now it's time for a different institution. Let's call it a university. It's time for my child, my company, to go to a university so it can have a better opportunity in the future. So that's how I see it when I sold my company. Now, if you are a professional, it's really hard to say you've built a legacy other than the wealth accumulation or the, I don't know, credibility that you've built by working in that company. Now, there is a solution for those who aren't sure about the entrepreneurial route and you guys are working as a professional for now. So this is exactly what I did. I call it a hybrid method. So instead of jumping both feet in the deep end to be an entrepreneur, you actually can give it a try first while still being a professional. For example, let's say you have, I don't know, maybe 2 hours of free time every day during your weekday. Use that time to build your business, or use that time to learn up new skills that can help with your business and see how it goes. If it doesn't work, then you still have your job. If it works, then you can then choose which one you want to focus on. And yeah, that's exactly what I did. Now that I remember, another potential pros and cons, of course, is the learning and growth that you can consider. So being a professional, I do remember there were a lot of one second. Okay, so being a professional, I do remember how there were just a lot of learning materials that the company has prepared for us, including orientation week and the regular yearly training sessions. And yeah, as you know, a lot of companies do management training programs and all that. So this is something that you don't really get being an entrepreneur because it's your own company. So you belajar sendiri. There's no prepared materials, you gotta look for it yourself or create one yourself. So yeah, I think that's one of the pros of being a professional, and that's also why I decided to spend 3 years working as a professional first before actually jumping to the entrepreneurial route. So yeah guys, to recap, if you are considering to be an entrepreneur or to work as a professional, all I can say is there's no such thing as one size fits all. It truly depends on your preferences. So let's recap, right? Your risk preferences, and then the reward that comes with it, your stability preferences, the learning and growth, the legacy, the work-life balance preferences. So all that should come into your consideration prior to making your final decision. And I'm sure a lot of you who are working as professionals right now and wanting to explore the entrepreneurial route, do consider what I did, which is the hybrid method. You don't leave your job just as of yet. You go try it out first. Carve out 1 hour, 2 hours of your day to try this entrepreneurial hustle of yours. See if it works out. If it works out, great. You can focus on that. If it doesn't, it's okay. You still have your job. I think that's all for episode 2. And thanks everyone for the tremendous support and the lovely comments I got in my DMs. Hope it's useful, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Jangan lupa like, comment, and subscribe.